Lesson 170. Stop humanizing God. God is spirit, and his worshippers must worship him in spirit and truth. You cannot claim to know God out of your own experience and knowledge. If you did, it is the wrong God you are experiencing. It is impossible to judge God by only looking on the mistakes the human beings are creating. The only way we can claim to know God is only if we read his word and walk on his commands. Anything else apart from that comes from the enemy. The enemy plan is not to build you up. His intention is to steal, kill, and destroy. But in Numbers 23:19 says, God is not a man that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind. Most people try to use what they feel as a basis for judging what they know. They see the killings and dying of little kids, and they are put off in the idea that God exists. We cannot have it both ways and blame our own shortfalls on God. In the end, God will do something about it. But now he cannot interfere with our own decision we make of good and evil. In Revelations 22:11 says, let the one who does wrong continue to do wrong. Let the vile person continue to be vile. Let the one who does right continue to do right. And let the holy person continue to be holy. In the end, God will give each person according to what they have done. All what we see, the violence and the bitterness of men, has their origin and its birthplace. It all started when one man disobeyed God and ate from the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. If it was not for that case, none of the sufferings you see today would have happened. From that day our nature was changed, and it was condemned to death. But God's good news and his intention was that none of us should perish, but everyone to live a life everlasting. Most people think this life is all they have, and their end is when they die. Don't you want to experience the new Garden of Eden as it was in the beginning? Our bodies will be changed, for the perishable must clothe itself with imperishable, and the mortal with immortality. Then the saying that is written will come true. Death has been swallowed up in victory. 1 Corinthians 15:53. This prophecy of a life to come for the perish is a myth. The only way you can experience the truth of it is when you keep staying close to God. In the end, when we have this resurrection in the last day, it won't be something unusual for those who understand God and the secrets of his mystery. Because the more you learn about him, the more you become like him, and in the end, it won't be that you who lives, but it will be Christ that lives in you. In Philippians 3:21 says, who, by the power that enables him to bring everything under his control, will transform our lowly bodies so that they will be like his glorious body. God's ways are not our ways, and the thoughts are not our thoughts. The key to understanding is humbleness, where you keep learning and understand the ways of God rather than allowing your pride to control your thinking. God has his ways to reveal himself to you if you are willing to lean under his instructions. Now we see imperfectly, like puzzling reflections in a mirror, but then we will see everything with perfect clarity. All I know is partial and incomplete, but then I will know everything completely, just as God now knows me completely. 1 Corinthians 13:12. You cannot claim that you know God yet not living according to his command. God himself says, my sheep knows my voice and they follow me. Only a fool will say there is no God. We all desire good things in people and have an idea of a perfect life where there is no pain or suffering. But there is nothing that you have gone through that Jesus, the Son of God, didn't go through on his mission to save you from your sin. He says, in this world you have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Become the one who prays and hopes for peace than the one who complains and rants about war. Pray that God will raise the people who will advocate for peace and set an example to the people around you. Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:6-7.